back my Jack pack.
That's good enough.
Quiet on set.
That works. Well, it is a 700 sub special, so you know what that means. I did tell you in the last video, so most of y'all should know, but this is LiQWYD.
Hello.
Very, very special family friend of mine, and y'all submitted some questions, and we're gonna answer them.
Oh, like she said, I'm a special family friend, LiQWYD, E. Finley III. I'm glad to be here. Hello, everyone.
Mother. Oh.
Take this part out.
I can cut the reading. It's fine.
Oh, I read them. Oh,
No, you read to him.
Oh.
Oh, she can't see.
Okay. All right. 700 special.
Yes.
Memories
Fade is the person who submitted this question.
Oh, I understand. See,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. All right. Hello, Memories Fade. Hello, Memories Fade. What is your genuine opinion about furries and the hate they get? I hate the hate that furries get. I think it's unfortunate, and I think it's small-minded, and I will not stand for it. My opinion is I think that they're great. It's a world that I don't fully understand, but I will try to. But I think it's amazing that these young and old people and young men and women and boys and girls and everything in between have this avenue of expression, and that's important. So I love it. I love it.
Self-expression is very important.
Very important. Thank you, Memories Fade. It's a good name.
It is.
His name is Gravel. Okay. Now, wait, is this Memories Fade also?
Yeah, these are also most asked too.
Oh, okay.
But they're questions that
Got
were
you.
asked too, along with the
Got you. Okay. So next question. Would you ever attend a fur con?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I would. Would you ever try a suit on? Yes, I would. Do you have pets? No. No. We used to have cats, but then I'm allergic, my son's allergic, my camera's allergic because it would get cat hair inside. So, no pets. When you found out Jack was a furry,
How did you react?
how did you react? I was glad. I was glad Jack found a way to express and create and share. So I loved it. I loved it.
I'm
Let's
very
see.
grateful for that too, that you're accepting of it. There's a lot of people who are not.
Right. And I hate that. I hate that, yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Okay, Hazel Claw.
Yeah, here's a class submission. There's
Hazel
a good
Claw.
online friend.
Hi, Hazel Claw. Why is Christmas your favorite?
Yeah, just why?
Multiple reasons. It was made very special as a child by my mother. So I have nothing but excellent memories of Christmas. But as an adult, it is the time of year to where it feels like everyone is thinking of others. Everybody is ready to buy presents and thinking about what other people will like and what they want to do for them. So it just feels like this happy time to where for maybe just one season of the year, people are more interested in others and giving. So that's why.
Yeah.
Let's see, next question. What kind of music do you listen to?
Yeah.
Most. Almost. I love classical music and jazz and hip hop and rock. In some country, not too heavy though.
Oh, country's
I
good,
love
though.
bluegrass though. I don't know if there's a big difference, but I love me some bluegrass music. So whatever's doing good, I love it. I love it.
Country's one of my favorites.
Who?
Just like a lot that Dad's introduced me to in country. There's a whole lot of that, like the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. That's some of my favorites.
Oh, it's a good name. I've never heard of.
Those are my favorites.
Great name, golly. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, ask a lot. Favorite color?
What's your favorite color?
I don't really have favorites, but I do like a nice cheerful shade of gray.
Cheerful shade of gray.
I like a charcoal gray, but I'm cheerful today, so ash gray will have to do. What did you say? Oh, and dark red. My son notified me, and red, dark red. I do like dark red.
It's a good color.
Okay, my favorite Christmas song.
Yeah.
Again,
That was asked by Cyber.
Cyber. I'm sorry,
They
Cyber.
animated the intro.
Well, thank you, Cyber.
Yeah.
Hello. All right. Favorite Christmas song? Well, I don't know if it, in no order. If I had 5 favorites, that means I probably have 10 or 15. So, I like "O Holy Night," and I like "Carol of the Bells." I like "Jingle Bells" and "Rudolph." "Silver Bells." I like. Just give me all the old Christmas carols. Give me the classics. Like I don't like a lot of the new.
The newer stuff is more modernized. And stuff.
Yeah, I feel like an old person. I don't like the new stuff, but yeah, just give me the standard hits. I hope that answers your question, Cyber. I'm sorry if it doesn't. What does that say? Say that again?
Elkmon.
Elkmon. Hello, Elkmon. Elkmon asks.
Told you.
A weird childhood memory.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's weird. It was a happy one. It's a happy one. So I got my you about to know exactly how old I am. All right, here we go. So I got my first CD player in 1991, and the first group of CDs I bought was Simpsons Sing the Blues, and there was a second one that was an album of superhero theme songs. Okay, so on this album there was the theme song is the William Tell Overture, which is the theme for the Lone Ranger, old TV show. And I had this rubber band gun that you could load, I don't know, 10 or...
You click ones?
Right. You could load 10 or 12 rubber bands on there. So
spin and it'd shoot it.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So one of those. And so my mother and I both had one of these. I don't know why, but we did. And we would take the couches, the furniture in our living room, and turn the couches up on end and make sort of like an obstacle course or some sort of like hideout. And we would play the Lone Ranger theme song, and we would take brooms and pretend that they were our horses, and we would race. We would race with this music in the background, and then we would get to the couches, which was a hideout, and then we would have this rubber band gun fight.
It's a fight to the end.
To the end, and you get 10 shots or whatever it was. And my poor mother, love her, we would play this, and then we would reset these guns and do it all over again. So I don't know if that's weird, but it's a good one.
It's like a Nerf gun battle.
Right. Nerf guns weren't nearly that advanced then. Okay, Elkmon, I hope that answered your question. If not, write back and we'll do it again. So Apple Slice. Well, that's a good name. What's the best Christmas gift you have gotten?
What's the best one you've ever gotten?
It was a homemade card from my son, who's right over there. You can't see him, but he's right there. He's right there. It was a homemade card from my son.
It's the heart ones, like the ones that feels are the ones with it. Yeah, that's it. To the back, or not just there? Just the front.
Applebee's. Hello, Gravelies. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too. Any odd phobias?
There's
No. Like I don't like spiders, but it's not a phobia. I just don't like them. It's just an intolerance. So no, I'm sorry, that's a boring answer. GJ?
yeah.
GJ
is awkward. That's the name. It's just GJ is awkward.
I am too. That's okay. All right, GJ is awkward. Do you make any sort of food for Christmas? If so, what is your favorite?
Yeah.
At our Christmas party, we make homemade hot cocoa.
Yes.
And I have all of my closest, my top generals is what I call them. And Gravelly's army. I have my own personal army. And my top generals are my friends that help me make this cocoa. So we take these blocks of chocolate and we cut them down and shred them. And then we take this big pot and we put the milk in, and we add the chocolate and the cream, and then we'll do all the toppings and stuff for that. And it's the most unhealthy, delicious thing you'll have all year long. But the secret is, if you're one of my top generals in the club, we get the first batch, and then we'll sit in there and we'll close all the doors in the kitchen, and we'll drink our batch, and then we'll send it out to the rest of the people.
You get the
My
first.
son is pointing also. So we get the first batch, and then we may make a secret second batch afterwards that nobody else knows about.
That's just for y'all.
Just for us, that's right, that's right. And aside from that, the last couple of years with my son, we have made Christmas cookies and decorated them. So
It's really fun to do.
yeah, it's a good time.
My
It was
aunt
a good
Tina
time.
makes gingerbread cookies, and she has like this giant magnifying glass. She puts over them, and then she has all these little decorations with like little small pipe tips, and we'll like draw stuff on them and everything.
Oh my goodness. No, ours are,
It's fun.
it is fun, but ours are not that fancy. I'm looking rough by the end of the night sometimes. So GJ is awkward. Hope that answered your question. It's a good one. It was a good one. This one says there's a lot, so I narrowed down. We
Yeah,
can edit that
that's
part
the-
out.
That's the end of those questions.
So, what I want to ask you, Jack, how did you get to the point to where you decided? Is furry the correct term? Let me ask
Yeah.
that first. Okay. How did you get to the point to where you realized I am a furry or I want to be?
It started from Archie, because
Okay.
you know how Archie is a brony.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of like in the same realm of it. And so he saw that I was drawing these type of characters and everything. He's like, "Hey, do you know what this is?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he slowly started introducing me to it without even me realizing what it was.
Interesting.
So then we started talking more about it and everything. And then there's even whole videos of like people like being like, "Oh, a brony's better," or "A brony's worse than a furry." So like it's kind of like it's like cats versus dogs almost.
Scandalous. I didn't know. Okay.
And so like he was teaching me everything about it, and we were going through and all that. And he's like, "Yeah, you seem like you would be more into this." And then we started just kind of going on to it together. And then we had like these odd little arguments sometimes that we do
Okay.
just over it, and
Yeah.
it's very odd, but that's kind of how I got into it. And
Okay.
then he introduced me to fursuits,
Yes.
and then that's how I learned what all this was. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know.
Well, I'm glad he introduced you. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We had the most awkward arguments over ponies and giant
Right.
dogs. So like, it was the weirdest
Okay.
thing.
Okay. We're good. Well,
It's it's real fun. Sometimes I'll draw him as a character and I'll send it to him and I'll go, "Hey, you're a furry now," and he'll look at me because there's a debate on it whether a brony is a furry or not, because it's still an anthropomorphic animal. They're just on 4 legs. Instead of 2.
Interesting. Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't. Okay. Now, I've heard the term fursona.
Yeah, that's what Jack is for me. It's a personalized furry character to you.
Are there different categories under the fursona label?
There's like persona would be like your main character.
Okay.
Like if I had other characters other than Jack, those would just basically be my OCs that are furry related.
OC?
Yeah, original character.
Okay.
And like Jack is my persona because I see myself as him.
Got it.
He represents me in the way I feel like I want to be represented in the fandom.
I understand.
Yeah.
Understand. Okay.
And like there's scalies and all other types. Like scalies are like reptiles based. Like there's dragons There's whole dragon suits. There's dragon characters.
Right.
There's like snakes and lizards. Like, yeah, they're real neat looking. I think you would really like that. There's like a whole thing of it. One of my very first subscribers, his name at the time he was Zalion Dragon.
Zalion Dragon. Okay.
And his character was purple, black, and had a little bit of red and orange.
Whoa, that's hardcore.
And it was really neat looking to me. I drew him a lot of art back in the time because he was one of my very first supporters on here.
Well, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
It was like there's a whole thing to it, and it's real neat.
Awesome.
There's a lot of different things. And that's the end of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more question from .45.
Oh, you wrote something.
What?
Mom wrote that.
What would your fursona be?
Yeah, what would your persona be?
I don't know. I like the scalies. I like the idea of a scaly. Is there personality attached to fursona?
Yeah, you can take a specific part of your personality that you like, or something that you want to be, that you strive to be like.
No.
Because see, Jack is a husky and a wolf mix because I am very loyal to certain people as a wolf would be to somebody.
Okay.
But at the same time, a husky is very energetic and playful and outgoing. And that's how I am when I'm in suit and I'm with the people I love.
Okay. Give me some ideas. What would my fursona be? Because
the
sloth is all that's coming to mind right now.
remember when I made the sloth husky?
Yeah.
Remember the sloth husky that we made that one time?
Yes.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Okay. So if you were to design one for me, what colors?
I would say, since you like the grays and stuff, I'd say a gray and a darkish red type mix.
Okay.
And like, if you had any like higher colors that you like any brighter colors, we could have those as like accents or something.
I don't like bright colors.
Well, that narrows that down.
It does narrow that down.
Yeah. And depending on like what species you want and stuff, people have mixes between, there are shark dogs. There's dino dogs.
What?
It doesn't matter what you are. There's literally this fursuit that they just took parts of each animal and they just stuck it together and that's their character. There's crab dogs. There's literally animals that are based off of just drinks. And straws.
And everybody accepts that. Like there's no
backlash, nothing. It's just that's that.
We need more communities like that. That's amazing. Okay.
And the furry community is mainly LGBT people because it is supposed to be an accepting group.
Of course.
Yeah, it is the complete all accepting. Like there are people who have like several disabilities, like anything. There's people at cons that people there's this one time there was this little girl, right? She came through, she had one of the Walmart maskable heads because fursuits are expensive. Yeah. And not everybody can afford a suit. Yeah. And some people just aren't built for it because it's too hot for them.
Sure.
And so this little girl was coming through with this maskable head, and there was this group of furries that were like getting her down, like they were beating her on it, like lashing out on her. Well, you know what happened the next day? She left the con and left the convention. Well, then a group of other furries found out what was happening, went and hunted her down, and gave her all this stuff, invited her back, and invited her and took her everywhere with them. And then there was a girl on YouTube who saw that makes suits and made her a suit and sent it to her.
Yeah.
And that group of furries that they found out that was doing with that, they wouldn't let them back.
Good.
Like there's all those type of people, like it is an all accepting group. Like if someone saw someone who was in a wheelchair and they needed help and they were at a convention, they would stay there and wheel them around the whole convention.
We need more communities like this.
It's literally all accepting everything.
That's amazing. Good.
Like a person could come up to like almost any furry and go, hey, I'm transgender, or I'm part of the LGBT, or I have an internal disease or something like that. Like something really personal or anything that's like hard to say to somebody. And they'd be like, okay, let's go have fun.
That's amazing.
That's how I met most of my friends at school.
That's amazing. Well, good. Well, I'm thankful that this community exists because there are too many of our I was gonna say young men and women, but it's not. It's everybody. There are too many people that don't have that place. So I'm glad. Thank you. And if you see me at a fur con and then you realize it's me, help me out, because I'll probably need some help, because I'm new. So thanks for that too.
Do you want to hear a really weird term that Mom thinks is really funny? The Headless Lounge.
I don't.
At a fur con, people who have suits and stuff, they go in there and take their head off.
Wait, okay, so no, I mean,
Yeah.
but that's because you don't remove your head.
Oh no. Most people, you can, like, if it's an emergency or something, they'll take their head off, like, in the middle of a con or something, because, you know, it's... People will say, oh, it's breaking the magic, but, like,
Right.
if you need help, you need help.
You need help, right.
Yeah, so, like, you'll go into this place, they have, like, these big, like, PVC-type tubes that have air blowing through them, and you can stick your head on there.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. So you, but in public spaces,
Yeah.
you keep
Most people
the
do.
head on. It's like the Mandalorian. It's a reference, a Star Wars reference.
Still haven't seen it.
Oh, it is a Star Wars, yeah, like the Mandalorian. But you keep the head on, but only on this. Oh, I'm sorry, only on or in this designated space. You take it off.
You can take it off in the Headless Lounge. That's just what it's made for, is to get, because a lot of people, like, if you're a poppy fur, what they call them is the popular furries. Because, like,
Poppy fur? Okay.
Yeah, like Majira Strawberry, Glitch, like, there's this one, his name is Papa something, but he doesn't even have a suit, but he just was one of the founders of, like, the whole fandom. He created it to make it where we could have conventions.
Interesting.
You know who started the whole fandom?
Mm-mm.
These two old gay couple.
Really?
Yep, they started the whole fandom.
How long ago? Do you know?
It was in the 1980s.
Wow.
There's a whole documentary over it.
What's it called?
It's called, it's literally just called The Furry Fandom, and Ash Coyote made it. And it's
Interesting.
free on YouTube and Amazon Prime.
Interesting. So I'm assuming that in the 80s, that this was really not accepted.
Oh no, not at all. Me and Mom, we went to Lawrence, Kansas, and we were in this little shop and stuff, and she talked about it. She goes, this lady goes, yeah, I lived by one of them in the 90s.
Wow.
And that's how that was seen.
Yeah.
It was like a whole thing about it. Like, I still get, every day at school, I still get called stuff for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very, like, a lot of people used to have to use the term coming out as a furry because it was seen as, like,
course.
by a lot of people.
Of
as,
course.
like,
As a coming out, yeah, of course.
a lot of people thought, like, some parents would disown some of their kids for it.
I hate to hear that.
Like, it's automatically something like this. Like, a lot of people think that a furry wants to be an animal. So a lot of people use, like, a certain amount of people would say, oh, so if they want to be an animal, we should be able to have an open season for them. I've gotten told that myself. Like, there's a whole thing on it. A lot of furries will give empathy and stuff to people and don't expect it back.
Right.
Because there's a whole...
Did it ever did you ever feel ashamed of being a furry after some of these comments?
Oh yeah. A lot of my downloads were because of it.
What made you keep going?
YouTube,
Thank you.
my family,
Yeah.
like, almost, I could go to school right now,
Yeah.
because my face mask for school had Jack on it,
Okay.
and everybody at school already knows I'm a furry. They all know. A lot of these kids I've grown up with.
Right.
Same grade for years, because it's a small town. And a lot of them have been like, oh, she's a furry, don't go to her. But then in the same sentence, because of my artistic ability, if we have an assignment that's anything to do with art, they'll come to me.
Yeah, they come calling, right.
Yeah, just to get the grades.
Right.
But if, like, I was, like, say, if I saw one of them crying in the hallway, I would go to them and ask them how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But if they saw me doing the same thing, they wouldn't do it just because I'm a furry. They would say, oh, if someone else saw with me, they would think I'm the same thing. Like, I've, straight up for the past couple weeks in archery class, there's this one guy, this one senior, who keeps, like, continuously being like, don't go to that, don't do that, that's disgusting, don't. don't get involved with that.
Right.
I only have 2 people in my whole school that I completely trust, and none of those are teachers.
Well, look, I'm not a person that has tons of friends, but if you have your people, if you've got a core group, that's all you need.
Yep.
You're good. You're solid. You're solid. Okay.
There's a Oh, yeah.
Are you going to edit this part out?
Hey, you wanna know something?
Yeah.
When we went walking downtown on Halloween,
Oh yeah.
we went to the Bricktown candy store.
What?
He looked at
No, not pink
The
pizza.
little-
That's the cupcake.
no, that's not
Tricky guys.
just like the little the candy company down there.
Yeah.
We went there and he goes, "Are you the other furry?" There had already been people who go in there before. They completely support it. He took a picture of me, posted it, tagged me and all of
Oh,
it. And we were in there and everything. We talked
that's
for a while.
amazing.
He said, "It's so neat to get to see y'all down here." And he was like real excited and everything.
Yes.
And he was like, "That's so cool." And the other guy, Spencer, we call him Spencer on my channel. My best friend. Yeah, and so we were going through and everything, and he was dressed up as Overhaul,
Who's overall?
his anime character,
Okay.
and it's from My Hero Academia. And
Okay.
the guy took
The
a
picture. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
And the guy there took a picture of both of us
Mm-hmm.
and was completely supportive and everything.
Good.
And then 2 other guys walked in and they were dressed in as the Play Bunny guys.
All right. Make it happen, man.
Yeah.
Make that work. Right on.
It was a really neat night to go walk downtown. I couldn't tell you how many people howled with me. Like they'd howl at me and then I'd howl back.
Can we howl right now?
If you want to.
We'll count it down. I want to be ready for it.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Are you going?
I didn't want to go first.
If you want to, you can woo.
What? How? Show me. Give me an example.
AWOO. That's an woo.
Okay. Ooh.
Woo.
Like that?
Yeah, woo.
Ooh.
Woo.
Did I do it right? How was it?
There's
Comment below. Don't comment below. Don't do that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
There's this meme that goes on with it because like a lot of furries are like a woo gets used too much, and then there's other furries who are like it can never be used too much.
Oh, where do you stand on a woo?
I'll woo all I want.
Well, I'm a D-Jack, so look.
I'll woo all I want.
All day. Okay. Okay.
Like there was these like little cards conventions would hand out $350 fee for a wooing just as a joke, just as a joke, and it's great.
Okay.
Like Pennsylvania, their main money grab in is from one of the biggest furries conventions there, Androcon. That's their main money grab.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Why Pennsylvania? What happened? Like, okay.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's one of their main money grabs. Like, there's legit, like, what is it called? Restaurants down there? Yes. Like, there's restaurants down there who will serve, during that time of year, whenever the convention is there, who will serve their food in dog bowls if you come in a fursuit for you.
Pennsylvania. You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
keep surprising me.
They have, like, there's fursuit parades for each one. There's, like, dances and stuff. Like, me, because I dance in Jack every now and then. I ain't the best, but it's just for fun.
Oh, no, you got some moves. I've seen it all over food. Jack's got moves. Don't. Okay. Yeah, no, they're good moves. They're solid moves.
One of my favorites is Darky Pup.
What does that mean?
That's his character's name.
Oh, okay. It's a person.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, Darky Bell. I had no offense. I didn't. Okay.
you're just confused.
I'm new to this.
And he's one of my favorites. He's one of my main inspirations.
He dances?
Oh yeah, he dances. He's amazing at what he does. I should show you some after this.
Yeah.
He is amazing at what he does. He won 2nd place in Anthrocon last year.
Anthrocon.
Yes, that's the one in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's the name of it. Okay.
Yeah, that one's Anthrocon. There's MFF, which is Midwest Fur Fest. That's by somewhere down by California. I don't know why it's called Midwest. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there's also one in Texas. There's one in Texas that's down by Dallas and is one of the biggest ones. It's one of the top 3. It is called Texas Furry Fiesta, which is TFF.
Texas Furry Fiesta. Okay.
Oh yeah, and that one's big. Since I'm running out of storage, dang it.
Oh.
But it's huge.
Okay. Okay.
And it's great.
You gonna go to one day?
I want
You're gonna go to all of them.
Eventually I want to go to every single one there is one. There's also one in there's one in the UK. There's also one in Scotland that just came out. That's called the Scotia one. And then there's a couple. There's like some smaller ones in like Russia and stuff.
Yeah, sign me up for those.
Oh yeah.
Sign me up for all of them, but.
Yes, let's just
All right, I'll come with you. You need a.
There's one in Oklahoma City.
Is there such thing as a fur photographer?
I wish.
I can't be the first one to say that. A fur photographer. Okay. Well, since you went down the show, let's do a woo
A woo.
on 3.
1, 2, 3. A
A
woo!
woo!
I love you all.
Love you.
Bye.